What's your name?
Fuck you. That's my name. You know why, mister? Because you drove a Hyundai to get here tonight. I drove an $80,000 BMW. That's my name.
What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, True31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness in their face, think, and chest. And recently, Zack Snyder did an interview with Esquire talking about the future of Army of the Dead and hashtag restore the SnyderVerse. So let's get into it. Esquire, have you said goodbye to the Justice League in a DC world? Is that chapter closed for you, or does that still kind of remain open? Zack Snyder, well, I mean, they said goodbye to me, and I don't want to. I love those characters. I love that universe. But you just have to read that Ann Cernoff article, aka Granny Goodness, the day after the movie came out, where they pretty much said, you got what you wanted, everyone. Now quit asking. So yeah, like I said, not my call. I love those characters. I invested a great deal of my life in those characters. I would never say never to doing another DC movie, but we're talking about the reality here. And unfortunately, the reality is Warner Brothers wants nothing to do with Zack Snyder or his DC universe, which is a fucking shame because we all know Zack Snyder's Justice League was awesome. Even if you're not the biggest fan of Zack Snyder and not the biggest fan of what he did with those characters, you have to admit to yourself that it was far superior than that trash we got back in 2017. That abomination wasn't even a film. It wasn't even a parody. It was a pimple on everyone's ass. It was fucking disgusting. So the fact that Warner Brothers considers that canon moving forward with their DC universe, which is going to be absolutely god-awful trash, it just makes you wonder. It makes you think like, wow, do you really hate Zack Snyder that much? Or are you that fucking clueless with your DC properties? I think it's a little bit of both. I think there's some envious and jealousy with Zack Snyder. And I really do think Warner Brothers has no clue on the direction that they want to take with the DC properties. And it's a fucking shame. But anyway, let's continue. Esquire, did you feel as though you had more creative control in working with Netflix as opposed to Warner, where you made all of your DC Universe films? Zack Snyder, easy answer, yes. Oh my God, yes. I mean, look, Warner, as far as I'm concerned, is just different for me anyway. And I'm sure a lot of people are having a great time over there and getting a lot of creative freedom. I could just tell you that in the old days with Alan and Jeff, it was just a different vibe. Now, Alan Horn and Jeff Robinoff were the old creative executives over at Warner Brothers. And maybe that's just my experience. And it's funny, isn't it funny that James Gunn, who came from Marvel and was fired from Marvel, went over to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers just gave James Gunn a complete free reign to do whatever he wanted with the Suicide Squad. And I'm just like, I'm baffled by that. Because it's like, wait a minute. You've been working with Zack Snyder for years, because Zack Snyder has been a loyal WB guy and making films for Warner Brothers. But yet you don't give the man creative control, especially when he's giving you fucking awesome movies, successful movies, movies that make you guys profit. And yet you don't want to do that. But yet you do that with James Gunn, but you don't want to do that with Zack Snyder. Fucking strange. But anyway, let's continue. Esquire, you seem to have a lot of zombie on your plate for the next few months. Are there other projects that you're working on or hoping to work on? Zack Snyder, yeah, I wrote a huge giant thing that I'm hoping that Netflix might want to do. It's another giant universe thing that I've kind of come up with. Listen, Zack Snyder, if you're watching this, you're probably not because I'm a fucking loser. But if you are watching this, sir, I will watch anything that you do, especially since, you know, you have been fucked over by Warner Brothers. But guess what? The fans have got your back, sir. We got your back. We will support you in whatever endeavor that you fucking do. And the fact that Zack Snyder, his Army of the Dead film is blowing up worldwide, and people for the most part have been enjoying the film. It's awesome, man. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, which is awesome. And Zack Snyder is that rare gem in Hollywood where I've never heard a single actor complain about the guy, which is like very rare, especially with all the shit that goes on in Hollywood. But Army of the Dead is awesome and is successful, and I'm so happy for Zack Snyder. Now, the flip side of that, obviously, I want Zack Snyder to be happy, and I want Zack Snyder to stay at Netflix and let Netflix give the man creative control and let him do whatever he wants to do. But at the same time, I want the SnyderVerse, man. I want the SnyderVerse to be restored, and I want to see Zack Snyder's epic conclusion to his 5-part saga of Justice League. Now, obviously, Warner Brothers does not want to continue that. And I know with this whole new merger with AT&T, Warner Brothers, and HBO Max, and David Zaslav, who's going to have complete oversee on what's going to happen Snyder fans in particular have been looking at David Zaslav, who's the new sheriff in town, basically, who's gonna he's the man who's gonna restore the Snyderverse. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of YouTubers who are just, basically lying to their fans, like saying like, hey, oh yeah, David Zaslav is gonna restore the Snyderverse. Don't even worry about it. It's a done deal. It's gonna happen. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Let's hold the phone here. Let's play pause here. Let's press pause. We don't know what David Zaslav is gonna do. Obviously, I hope in my heart that he's a giant Zack Snyder fan and that he wants to restore he wants to restore the Snyderverse. But at the end of the day, we don't know what this man is going to do. Maybe he's not a big fan of Zack Snyder. Maybe he doesn't want to restore the Snyderverse. Maybe he wants to continue down the road with obviously continue with DC properties, but not with Zack Snyder's universe. We don't know. But at the end of the day, all we can do as Zack Snyder fans is just keep supporting Zack Snyder, keep watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, and keep hashtagging, because it doesn't hurt to, just to keep supporting and keep having faith that maybe, hopefully, HBO Max and the new sheriff in town, David Zaslav, sees potential in Zack Snyder's universe and wants to continue it. But right now, we don't know, and this is gonna take time. It's not gonna take days. It's not gonna take weeks. It's not gonna take months. It's gonna take years for the dust to settle and to see what's what. But like I said, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue hashtagging Restore Snyderverse, and I'm going to continue supporting Zack Snyder, and I think a lot of you fans are going to do that as well. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Hit like, subscribe, and share, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Zack Snyder's response to this article. Did it give you hope? Did it give you pause? Did it make you wonder if the Snyderverse is over? Or are you like me? It's like, you know what? Zack Snyder wants to continue. He wants to continue this universe, and it's just up to, the new sheriff in town, David Zaslav, on whether or not he wants to continue it. And but at the end of the day, we just have to wait and see. But as always, love you guys. Stay safe. Truth out.